He told you it. Yeah, okay, good.
And also probably
And
there will be
at
two
least
souls.
one.
Sorry, sorry. সায়রে লীলা লহরী উঠিল মৃদুল করুণা বায় অরূপ সায়রে লীলা লহরী আদি অন্তহীন অখণ্ডে বিলীন আদি অন্তহীন অখণ্ডে বিলীন মায়ায় ধরিলে মানব কায় অরূপ সায়রে লীলা লহরী মনেরো অপারে কথা কন্দেশ শশী তপনেরো নাহি পরবেশ মনেরো অপারে কথা কন্দেশ শশী তপনেরো নাহি পরবেশ তব হাসি রাশি কিরণ বরষি তব হাসি রাশি কিরণ বরষি উজ্জ্বলে শেথাও চারু মিভায় অরূপ সায়রে লীলা লহরী প্রেমেরো এতনু অতনু কঞ্জন কি মধুর বিভা বিকাশে নয়ন প্রেমেরো এতনু অতনু কঞ্জন কি মধুর বিভা বিকাশে নয়ন যে হেরে সে জন তনু প্রাণ মন চরণে অর্পণ করিতে চায় তোমারি আশায় কত যুগগত সংশয় যত আজিতি রহিত তোমারি আশায় কত যুগগত সংশয় যত আজিতি রহিত যায় আছে আমার লোহা উপহার লীলা লহরী উঠিল মৃদুল করুণাময় অরূপ সায়রে লীলা লহরী।
We've reached the final day of this very special weekend. I think we've all enjoyed it very much. We're blessed with the presence of Swami Sarvadevananda ji, Swami Nishpapananda ji, all the devotees. The topic of the retreat was the 4 yogas, and Swamiji will conclude with a talk about how to integrate the 4 yogas. So after that, everyone please stay for lunch, and then we have a wonderful sitar concert planned for this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Snehesh Nag will play on the sitar, and Mala Goswami will play on tabla. So please stay for that. And now we will request Swami Sarvadevananda ji to give the final talk this morning. Of course, he'll be here until Wednesday, so up until Tuesday night. So Monday night, Tuesday night, we'll also have satsang. Swami Nishpapananji will be here until Tuesday, so they'll also be here. So everyone is welcome to come for potluck, satsang those nights.
Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma sarupine avatar varishthayo Ramakrishnaya te namah. Yesterday we had the question of the yoga, the 4 yogas, and always there is a conflict that probably these yogas are independent, but the yogas are not independent. Every yoga has a content of the other. And also, in this age, Sri Ramakrishna came and Holy Mother came and Swamiji came. They give us a comprehensive idea about the yogas. It is not only yoga means the dhyana yoga or is karma yoga, nothing like that. To blend all these things together makes a spiritual journey more quicker and faster. Swami Vivekananda, we remember the quote, very famous, I shall give you dry, hard reasons, softened in the sweetest syrup of love, made spicy with karma, and cooked in the kitchen of yoga, so that even a baby can easily digest it. The spiritual life, that is the message of the modern age, that we have not the time like the ancient time. People will go into the forest and start meditating and forgetting the whole world. We have no lifestyle like that. No one can stay 24 hours saying, I am Atman, I am Atman, I am not the body, not the mind. We have no person can day and night work. It will be workaholic. So devotion. No one can sing and dance whole day in the name of Krishna. They are very special people. So, but all are not fit for that, but all are fit for utilizing all the aspects of this. So, main ultimate truth is that absolute, reaching that absolute reality, which we call Brahman, is Bhaktas call it different name, and Gyanis call, yogis will be saying Paramatma. These are all terminological difference. But the question is that is the ideal, what Swamiji also said, that my ideal can be preached into a few words, and that is what? To preach unto mankind their hidden divinity, and how to manifest in everyday life. That's the goal of life. To reach the same goal, So we follow the paths of yogas. If you analyze the whole world religion, they can be categorized in these 4 yogas. One is emphasizing more on meditative nature, another maybe on the prayer side and bhajan side, another is doing some analytical side. So either or the other, but these 4 yogas are all divisions according to the temperament. And we are also people, we contain all, we are one sense, we are rational. Even though we are not Vedantic rationality, but we are rational. Everyone wants to, while you are driving the car, you rationalize, you think in your heart whether you will be in the first lane or the second lane. That's also how we analyze, oh, this lane is bad, this lane. So we have born with the innate tendency to analyze things. They are born in our tendency to love something and to be loved. We are born to do some activity. You are sitting, just sitting does not mean you are sitting, but you are working. Mentally you are working. And meditation, we meditate. Whom we love, we meditate. It is very simple. I love someone means I think of him. And deep thinking is called meditation. So we have these 4 innate characteristics in us, and how these 4 characteristics can be utilized into our life to make this spiritual journey more quicker and faster. First of all, the idea of yoga, if we analyze, Swami Premashananda Maharaj has analyzed this very critically and very well about the 4 yogas, its implications and its faults if you don't incorporate the other aspect of it. There is a simple thing, devotion without any ground of Vedantic understanding or rationality, it becomes sheer emotionalism. Without bhakti, only rational thinking is intellectualism and dry, hard. It is all scholarly. Scholars are great in their own philosophical expression and understanding, but it does not soothe the life unless it is blended with devotion and love for it. Karma. You see those people who do day and night karma, look at their nature, their character. They become irritated, they become irrational, because it is only taking it without any ground, putting the other values of life. So if we find that way, that we can analyze that every aspect is imperfect unless we add the other aspects of this sadhana. Some are rational type of people who will be like to reason more and will be comfortable to discrimination and analysis and ratiocination. That is what I am loving. Is it perfect? Is it impermanent? It is permanent. And that analytical mind is the critical tendency of that person. If someone gets help in that direction to substantiate his understanding with the thinking that everything is unreal, everything is changing, everything is impermanent, Satchidananda reality is the only reality. If we talk about that day and night, think like that, it is his tendency. But that becomes incomplete. That's why it says that someone will be not happy with that. That's why someone's nature will be more of emotional nature. Use it for loving God, does not care much for rationality or reasoning, because they think God is there, I know, I believe. So why am I to sit together and to think about whether God is there and God should be there and analysis? The bhaktas don't want to spend that energy, wasting his energy. And the service, some are very active nature, but serve others and constantly they cannot remain in silence. So their energy can be utilized in putting the proper attitude of other aspects of spirituality. Meditator, some likes to contemplate more, that contemplate nature, not much for reasoning, he does not like. You see some of us will be very much fond of just getting some chance to sit and quietly meditate. That tendency is good to be utilized in the right direction, but we'll see that they are dependent on others. We do that unconsciously. When you are a meditator, you are also a jnani. You are also a bhakta. So that we can analyze a little bit. That we cannot say you are a bhakta, only bhakta, but your other elements are not dominant, but it is there hidden. So it will be very easy to move in one's spiritual life towards God if one gets the support of the practices which suits him best, as also can blend with that major practice other aspects of the spirituality. So, no Gyan, yoga is exclusive. So, Jnana Yogi, suppose. He is Jnana Yogi, always analyzes what is that? What is real, what is unreal, what is permanent, what is impermanent. If it is impermanent, why shall I think? So they analyze the world and starts analyzing what about my condition, the waking state, is it permanent, dreaming state, or sleeping state. These three states they analyze. They analyze 5 koshas. Am I the body? Am I the energy? Prana, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. Suddhantam, let it be purified. And what am I? I am that effulgent light, that consciousness, that bliss. So, looking at that, when we say he is a jnani, is he not a devotee? If he is not a devotee, why he will spend his time in this analysis? He loves the subject. You should love the subject, otherwise you will not be inclined to think about that. And people following that path, they take some action. They restrain their senses, their activity level changes, the mood changes, how to do work, how to live in the life. They live, they eat, they sleep, they interact with people. But their attitude is analytical path. They follow not only analytical path, but there is a devotion element for the ultimate truth. I am that Satchidananda is myself. I am not happy with the mundane thing. So this type of understanding, based on understanding, love for reaching the truth, that is there itself. The bhakti element is hidden there. And when one day and night thinks this way, then what will happen? His mind will be drifted, his dhyana. Is doing the dhyana, what we call Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. If we say Nididhyasana is what? Nididhyasana is actually, it is samadhi state like that. Sravana, listening, analyzing. If the love is not there, you will not do that. We don't feel inclined in it. So love element is forcing us to connect with that. And then, but it is leading to this dhyani, where the dhyani ends in nirvikalpa samadhi. Here is the rejecting everything of name and form, rejecting everything which changes. One is gradually moving on, and it is ultimately reaching that state of non-dual absolute. So, the love elements is inside, and karma is called the Sravana Manana Nididhyasana is the karma there. It's not the physical karma, they don't go for other activity. And so even they don't go for meditation, so-called meditation, but they are doing manana. Manana is what? Deeper contemplation, deeper analysis, and holding on to the truth. Our normal meditation also is what? When we meditate, our different deflecting thoughts are there, we try to reject that and focus on what I want to meditate. So here is also element of selection is there. In the Dhyana Yogi he is practicing selection. Not this, but this. Mind goes to this thought. No, I don't want that thought. I want this thought. So unconsciously, though it is terminology is different and language is different, but we are all practicing the yogic other aspect of the yoga. So when we are talking about the Jnana Yogi, is Shravana, listening to going to teacher, and again reflecting on that. So he is practicing that aspect. Meditation aspect is the karma aspect, is the going to Guru, pleasing him, studying teacher. Nowadays Guru is not necessary. You can have online, just click any YouTube and you get so much. So that's the YouTube Guru. That you have to go to that's also karma, no? You have to go to the computer, you have to go to the YouTube and then click it, and then you have to find out time, and you have to make your time so your preference. So you are rejecting some aspect of it, which is a path of Jnana Yoga. Your love for that subject indicates Bhakti Yoga, and your Karma Yoga is you are doing all this activity. So we find that if we critically analyze that Jnana Yoga, though it is Jnana Yoga is the major thrust, is doing day and night. I am not the body, not the mind, and everything is changing. What about this waking state? Waking state is not, because it does not stay the same. So tomorrow, in the waking state to dream state to sleep state. But who is sleeping? Who is observing this? These are major thrust. And I am not. I am that witness consciousness. I am nothing but that, and everything changes. Consciousness does not change. Time changes. Month goes, everything goes away, but that consciousness never changes. So we are focusing on the consciousness, We are doing meditation. And we are rejecting other things which are not the truth according to Vedantic way of practice. So this indicates that we have love aspect in hidden way in bhakti practice. If only it is only talking and no bhakti in it, it will remain Bhagvaikari, Shabdajari. Shankaracharya says it will be only intellectualism, dry intellectualism. That's why Swamiji says, I shall give you dry, hard reasons. It remains dry, hard reasons. That's why he called Thakur bolten ki Pandit gulo shukno. They are dry. And they fly in height, that their mind in the... So that means it is not soaked with love. It is not very coming from the heart and connecting with that sweet Satchidananda. It is only not this. They become very dry and very approach is lacking something which can be made sweet. That's why Swamiji says, blend along with it, this bhakti. And that bhakti element is underlying truth. Otherwise, why he is very much interested in this Vedantic analysis of nameless absolute truth. It is just why? There is a pull for it. And that pull is love. That love is... But let it be conscious practice, then it will give it more joy. And then there's a blending of this, makes the sweetest life. We have seen in our order how they become so much jnani. And Swamiji used to say that in my children, when the young sadhus he addressed, they will be just this moment sitting and talking of the highest philosophy. Next time they will go into the garden to do the garden work and bring out the fruits and vegetables, sell it to those days to shopping place, marketplace. And so they will be perfect in Vedantic analysis, perfect in next time sitting in God in meditation, deep samadhi. So he's expecting such an ideal where all these four ideas will be blending together. So I try to think on that. Some Premishananda Maharaj's analysis is much better, but I couldn't find those writing. I was thinking to read that. But our common sense says that Jnani unconsciously is following the other three aspects of yoga. Love aspect, because love, for them, they love not the impersonal aspect. We love personal aspect, so sakara, saguna. But Gyani loves nirakara, nirguna. Anything that limits, they reject. And they say only that absolute consciousness. So, but karma, they also going to guru, going to some place to get favorable. They discuss with each other, that's a karma. So, Sravana, Manana, they are doing that, that's a karma. And one-pointed thought at I am Brahman, Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. So, saying this, I am not this, not this, not this, I am that, I am that, I am that. It's a meditation, rejecting something. As we do our normal meditation in Saguna Brahma, I am thinking of Ramakrishna, but my mind is going here and there. I say, no, drive it away and try to pull it towards, it's a dhyana, normally. It is, subject is only different. It is nirakara, nirguna, and there is sakara, saguna. So we find that three elements are there in the practice of the Jnana Yoga. Now, if we consciously take help of our emotion, consciously, that nirakara, nirguna is myself, yes, that is rationally so real. Intellectually we analyze it, it is so true. Reason tells us that is the most probable truth. And now, if I love that, and it is not dry, as Samadhi said, God is dry, and we have to make with our devotion, make it little sweet. But God is love. So then that aspect, if we also have focus, we meditate on I am that. I am that a dry something? No, I am that. That is the reality which is Satchidananda. It is Ananda. It is bliss. That's Arupa Sagar, the ocean of consciousness. But it is Ananda, it is joy. So, meditation becomes, with putting this aspect, the Nirguna meditators will be, or Nididhyasana, who are doing some practicing this Nididhyasana, very few people can do, at least Sravana Manana, when they are doing, their mind is getting focused, and they can enjoy the bliss of God. That's the bhakti sadhana. And the love pulls us in that direction. So that is the way we can find that Jnana Yogi can take advantage of these other aspects, because you're already there, only consciously to take them. It's a bhakti path. Normally bhaktas don't like the Jnanis. They are too dry. That's why Totapuri, when came, and Ramakrishna was going to him, then Bhairavi Brahmani, born, Baba, don't go there, it's dry, your all bhakti will go away. But Sri Ramakrishna is actually Sri Ramakrishna is holistic, so he has nothing to go. It is already there. So we find that Bhakta has a jnana. Bhakta has a jnana. Yes, he has a jnana. And the Narada Bhakti Sutra says, Tasya jnanameva sadhanam iti eke. That there is some philosophy among the bhaktas, that tasya jnanameva sadhanam. Their jnana is another sadhana. That is in bhakti. Definition of bhakti is jnanameva. You just analyze and understand. Because Krishna is the highest God. You have to analyze that. Why that? It's a Purna Avatar or whatever. We always, our Ishta Devata, we always to eulogize that and think and analyze why it is, we call Avatar or Varishta. We sing only, we think that Ramakrishna is a human being. How much benefit we will get? Keho bale tumi sadhaka pradhan, keho daye tomar devata argan, man. Some say you are a sadhaka pradhan, you are a good sadhaka. Others do little sadhana, you did little more. So you are a great sadhaka. Yes, the attainment will be up to sadhaka. And keho dai tuma devata, something, oh, you are God. That also so much, so little. So that means in bhakti will be more deep and profound if I know whom I am loving. In human love, what happens? I give the example. A boy loves a girl, and then what will this? They say, first sight love, that's good. Love at first sight. But then that love, okay, little. Now, and he says, oh my God, he is such, or she is such. Oh, she knows music. Oh, she loves this. Oh my God, her education is this, has this. As you know the glory, then your love becomes intense. It's a realistic life. No, in life also. When you know Ramakrishna, who is Ramakrishna? Ramakrishna is the Sadhaka Ramakrishna, okay. A good Brahmin priest of Dakshineshwar, good guy. Mahendra Sarkar used to come. He is a good guy. Why are you destroying him by saying avatar and this and that? He is a very good guy, Dakshineshwar priest, very honest and sincere. I love him because of that. You are making a problem. But that Ramakrishna, even Vivekananda says, do you know who is Ramakrishna? Karmastaraka charvanam tribhuvanam utpatayam balat king bho na vijananasi Ramakrishna dasavayam. I am his servant. What is my Ramakrishna? Look, I can crush these stars. Throw away the earth in the void. That's my power. Because I am a servant of Ramakrishna. See, what is Ramakrishna in the vision of... So, this is a bhakti. What type of bhakti? This is called the para-bhakti. The bhakti extends. In bhakti there is a gyan aspect. Gyan, without knowledge, that bhakti becomes very limited expression. And that limited expression, that's why it becomes the earthly love, earthly thing. When it expands into the higher love, it becomes the divine love. So, this is the jnana. And in jnana, there is a dhyana aspect. Why? Patanjali, Narada Bhakti said that it is abhyavrita bhajanat. You can attain to that. Bhajan means sing the glories and glories and glories and abhyavrita continuously. Narada Sutra says, you do that, your absorption comes. Absorption comes. That's why, who is the Swami? One Swami says that, think how you want to be in joy always, you just sing some songs and glories of God mentally. So, abhyavrita bhajana, if we can do prayer or meditation, it is a meditation. Bhajan will get to absorption. Mind will be absorbed in God. When really, the Sufi mystics, look at that. When they are dancing and singing, it gets absorbed. They are saying what they are saying, repeating the name of Allah. But they are singing that song and getting absorbed. So it is not that meditation, it is bhakti sadhana, but it is a meditation. So bhakto meditates because he loves something, and love means bhakti, meditation. If I love you, I will think of you. If I say I love you very much, but I never think of you, that is contradictory in terms. No. So where there is a love, there is a thinking of that. That means he meditates on that. So dhyanam and karma in bhakti yoga. The bhakta says, plucking flowers, making sandal paste, offering food, these, that, all the rituals they do in bhakti sadhana. Puja adishu iti garga. Garga Rishi says, what is bhakti? It's puja adishu anuraga. If we do the puja, kirtan, some says kirtan, Bhagavan, Bhagavat, Tad, Bhagavad Guna, gunas, etc. to contemplate on that. That means that is the element in find that the karma. And And even it is jnana. Jnana is kastarati kastarati mayam. Who can cross this maya? It is, Narada is saying, who can do that? Mahanubhavam sevate, etc., etc. But there is a karma, mahanubhav seva. Seva means your service. Service means you have to do something. So these are the inherent ideas in bhakti. In a bhakta's life, those are there, but they are not conscious about that. They may not emphasize on that, but they do the karma. Early morning they get up, the Lord to get up from the bed, they in the Vaishnava sadhana, they do all service day and night, seva, seva, seva. Seva of the Lord, the temple. So all the service, whole day it is going on, it's a karma aspect. Whole day whatever doing, my Gopalo, my Gopalo, my Gopalo, that love aspect is dominant, but action is there and mind is thinking of Krishna, 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 Krishna. So jnana, karma, and jnana because he is the Lord. Tathapi mama sarvasya Rama kamalalochana. So many gods and goddesses are there, but I like my Rama, I like my Krishna, I like my Ramakrishna. So whatever, that is the point, one-pointed love. So, and that discrimination is necessary. So this is the path of bhakta. Now we can see the yogi's path. Yogi prefers to concentrate on God. No? Naturally, yoga practice we all talked yesterday about, when the mind is concentrated in whatever the aspect. But that yoga will be perfect. It does not, concentrated action is not possible unless mind becomes purified. So they do some work. Yogis, they do action that if the mind is not purified by doing karma, niskama karma. And also, yogis, why he will meditate, mind will be rotating in the objects, sensory objects of the world. It will not move towards God unless it is focused on the object. So it will run in these objects of the sensory objects. And bhakti, the meditation is not some possible unless there is devotion. As I discussed just now, mind cannot go to any object unless I love it. So love aspect is there in yogi's meditation. Jnana, he has to know my Ishta is the greatest and highest, most lovable. So that jnana, and also jnana should know that is all other aspects is my Ishta has taken the form of all. That's another aspect of yoga practice. When they do the practice, that I need not have to think of others. He is my chosen ideal, I focus it, and in him, in that reality, all gods and goddesses are there. So that knowledge should be there. And karma, when you do some karma, first of all, you have to analyze whether I am doing swakama or niskama. The analysis is there. If it is only doing for my name, fame, power, position, so that karma is not releasing me. So I will have to do this karma without expectation, all this Gita's idea. So that karma, when you are doing, there is an analysis, vichar. And bhalabasa, unless work becomes dry, unless you love. No. Whom you love, you can give up. The mother loves the child, baby. Mother gives her all energy, time, everything for the baby. Night, sleep. Maybe whole day's work. But this baby is crying and weeping, maybe high temperature or something. Mom gives her rest and everything. That is a question of, there is a love in element. And if you don't love, then what happens? If you are for a nurse, you keep a nurse or a caring person who has to give 7 o'clock they have to leave. It is 7:10, then what will happen to her? She is irritated. She has to do other things. It is overdoing. So duty versus karma yoga. There is a love content here. So you see, you may say karma yoga. Karma is karma. We are not talking about anything like Sudhu karma. It is all yoga. We are talking bhakti yoga. Bhakti is bhakti, love. But bhakti yoga we are talking about, which will lead us to God. So, if there is no devotion or love, that's why shall I do selfless work? So there is the element of that. And when doing, say, when this karma people does, and then they fall in love with that type of karma, then karma becomes a lovable object. After every day's karma, doing it proper spirit, then every karma becomes an object of worship, no? Those people who are work in our Ramakrishna order, we find many sadhus are doing same work day and night. See, nursing work, Ban Baba. Ban Baba, that Swami of our Benares Swami, he is doing karma. We are so many nurses are there in the world. They do the same. And working hard day and night. But what he saw mother while dressing, no? So karma is bringing that yoga, and that yoga is connecting with the divine, and it's purifying the mind. So yoga brings perfection, one-pointedness, and when they do, they concentrated in their work so much, they forget other things. So this is the point that we analyze deeply. In all the four yogas, we will find the other elements are there. So now, question is that every yoga practice, though they separate, but continues the hidden spirit of the other three yogas. That is why Swami Vivekananda gave the comprehensive formula, that is yoga samanvaya. So this is the point we focus, and we will end our discussion on this point, that yes, yoga, we all want to yoga. Yoga means unite. Unite with the true nature of ours. You call it in Vedantic term. To reach God, to unite with God, or my Ishta Devata in Bhakti Yoga. Jivatma, as Paramatma Milan, Dhyana Yoga. Karma Yoga, I will do by selfless work, my pure heart will be purified, and then Chitta will be revealing the truth. Okay, these are the yogas. But as I just discussed, that we are not capable of doing Jnana Yoga day and night. It's impossible. That type of lifestyle, 1 or 2% can have the opportunity, going away from everything. Even we saw wandering monks, hundreds and thousands of monks. And they have to day and night live. I am that, I am not the body, no? What has taught us, day and night say, I am that. But how much we can do? We know our own perfection, imperfection, inability. Very few Swamis are there, even they have the tendency to analyze, to keep 24 hours in one pattern of thought is very difficult. Therefore, why take that arduous task? Okay, your tendency is Bhakti Yoga, do Bhakti practice. Take help of the other aspects of time. When you are not doing in the shrine, what will you do? That time can be utilized in the practice of yoga, other yogas, karma yoga. We may term as karma yoga, all yoga uniting with God, but that can be, that's why Swamiji's idea that I shall give you dry, hard reasons. So, let us every day practice in our life Vedantic analysis that Brahman alone is truth, all else is false, everything is momentary, everything is changing. So what is changed, that cannot be the truth, which is the unchanging reality, which is infinite, which is Bhuma. That should be the only thing of our research and search. I don't accept anything less than that. That's best, good, you sit for long hours and do contemplate. But 24 hours when you come out, serve. Whatever you have to do for your own eating, you have to do some karma. But breathing, that's a karma. Thinking, that's a karma. Why not we saturate our mind in that particular aspect of sadhana, doing that with the sweet and syrup of love. Whatever you do with little love, little affection. So, dry reasoning, it will be dry, to make it with love. And I am loving, I am rejecting these things to reach that sweet essence of joy, that is Satchidananda, the blessing, the Ananda aspect of Brahman, and then softened in the sweetest and made spicy. Life is always we act, and acting, when we are in action, there is the question of disturbance comes, our ego comes up, so it is a spicy, it's sizzling. When you put into the fire, it sizzles. Two people are good, but when you come into action, sizzling starts. But this is spice, so Swamiji says. Made spicy with karma, it will make it tasteful in life. Provided we have the first point, the rational understanding, that we are dealing with God, not the man or woman, as I am seeing. Vedanta says you are dealing with God, not knowing. So with that aspect, therefore my service, and in that service there is some sizzling, and that sizzling is karma. And even doing that karma then, and made spicy with intense karma, and cooked in the kitchen of yoga. And whole day, whatever has happened, when you get the time, in the morning time, noon time, evening time, not 3 times, maybe 10 times a day. Some sadhu suggested that how many times to meditate. So meditate, our gurus guide us at least 2 times or 3 times is good. Old time was 3 times, morning, noon and evening. But anyway, so 3 times. And some sadhu suggested, why 3 times? Don't sit for long time at 3 times, you have no time. Sit for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, get some little time. That your mind will be always thinking, I have to meditate, I'll think of him. So that will give you more connection. So in the period of our activity, we can sit sometime and quietly think, oh, here is my beloved Lord. And talk to him, feel connected with him. So this day can be utilized so that a beautiful life will be manifesting. That's good for one's own growth and for the good of the society, good of the family. So this is a peaceful life because he or she can find this all the yogas which we have: meditation, vichara, jnana, practice of devotion, and karma. And our life rotates around this. Morning, we can start our day of meditation, focusing on the reality, or God, or Ishtadevata, and that calmness of the mind, let it percolate into our action. In action, I am doing it is not karma only, but it is karma yoga. I am doing for God. It is my fortune to serve this idea, nishkama karma idea. And then going into the field of, say, whatever, take our life's karma as puja, worship. That can also be practiced. Whatever I am doing, it is for God. Cooking for God, that's a bhogam. Cleaning the room, it is Lord's house I am cleaning. So bringing bhakti in our day-to-day practice in everywhere. So we can make this whole life a joyful presence. That's why that is the message of Sri Ramakrishna, to make the life holistic and make it pleasing and joyful to all. So there is the Swamiji's idea that this message should be preached to mankind until one understands that one is one with God. No? Swamiji says, I shall cast this body off like an old worn-out garment, but I shall not cease to work. Yes, he is to cease to work until the world shall know that it is one with God. Continuously, this inspiration we should take, and our life is short. We cannot really expect that we will realize God in this life unless we utilize these 4 yogas in every day practice. Wherever I am in work, let it be karma yoga. Through that karma, offering to God. Whenever I love anyone, I love God because of His presence. Everything is lovable. So, karma, bhakti, jnana, yes, everything is impermanent. I should not get attached to anything. But that which is unchanging. So, this way, we can make our life blissful and utilize the 24 hours. Normal, our Swami Swahananda used to say now and then, he asked some father or preacher or pope or I don't know, very high-ranking Catholic priest or somebody. He said that, who you consider a member of your church? He said that if one comes once a year, we consider him as a church. But that's a church religion, that's our temple religion, that will not do. Spiritually, it should be 24 hours. And Ramakrishna Vivekananda, Holy Mother, came for 24 hours religion. Holy Mother said simply, do japa 24 hours. Do ajapa. Bas, one word. Not much. But why shall I do japa? Unless I love God. And that japa, if I don't manifest in my life in a service form, what is the use of that japa? That's why it is said that we go to Ganga Snan and all our sins have leave us, but when they come out again out of the Ganga, and they just jump into our head again. So that transformation should come. They will not jump into my mind. They will fail to go. They will run away from me. This practice, if we can do it. Okay? Thank you all. Jai Ma. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनं कविभिरेरितं कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदततं भुवि गिरन्ति भूरिदा जना भुवि गिरन्ति भूरिदा जना. কতদিনে হবে সে, কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার, কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার। হয়ে পূর্ণ কাম বলবো হরি নাম, নয়নে বহিবে প্রেম অশ্রুভার। হয়ে পূর্ণ কাম বলবো হরি নাম, নয়নে বহিবে প্রেম অশ্রুধার। কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার, কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার। কবে হবে আমার শুদ্ধ প্রাণ মন, কবে যাব আমি প্রেমের বৃন্দাবন। কবে হবে আমার শুদ্ধ প্রাণ মন, কবে যাব আমি প্রেমের বৃন্দাবন। সংসার বন্ধন হইবে মোচন, জ্ঞানাঞ্জনে যাবে লোচন আধার। সংসার বন্ধন হইবে মোচন, জ্ঞানাঞ্জনে যাবে লোচন আধার। কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার, কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার। কবে পরশমণি করি পরশন, লৌহময় দেহ হইবে কাঞ্চন। হরিময় বিশ্ব করিব দর্শন, লুটাইব ভক্তি পথে অনিবার। কবে পরশমণি করি পরশন, লৌহময় দেহ হইবে কাঞ্চন। হরিময় বিশ্ব করিব দর্শন, লুটাইব ভক্তি পথে অনিবার। কবে যাবে আমার ধর্ম কর্ম, কবে যাবে জাতি কুলের ভরম। কবে যাবে আমার ধর্ম কর্ম, কবে যাবে জাতি কুলের ভরম। কবে যাবে ভয় ভাবনা শরম, পরিহরি অভিমান লোকাচার। কবে যাবে ভয় ভাবনা শরম, পরিহরি অভিমান লোকাচার। কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার, কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার। মাখি সর্ব অঙ্গে ভক্ত পদ ধুলি, কাঁধে লয়ে চির বৈরাগের ঝুলি। পিব প্রেম বাড়ি দুই হাতে তুলি, অঞ্জলি অঞ্জলি প্রেম যমুনার। মাখি সর্ব অঙ্গে ভক্ত পদ ধুলি, কাঁধে লয়ে চির বৈরাগের ঝুলি। পিব প্রেম বাড়ি দুই হাতে তুলি, অঞ্জলি অঞ্জলি প্রেম যমুনার। প্রেমে পাগল হয়ে হাসিব কাঁদিব, সচ্চিদানন্দ সাগরে ভাসিব। প্রেমে পাগল হয়ে হাসিব কাঁদিব, সচ্চিদানন্দ সাগরে ভাসিব। আপনি মাতিয়ে সকলে মাতাব হরিপদে নিত্য করিব বিহার আপনে মাতিয়ে সকলে মাতাব হরিপদে নিত্য করিব বিহার কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার হয়ে পূর্ণ কাম বলবো হরি নাম নয়নে বহিবে প্রেময় শ্রুধার হয়ে পূর্ণ কাম বলবো হরি নাম নয়নে বহিবে প্রেময় শ্রুধার কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার কতদিনে হবে সে প্রেম সঞ্চার নিরঞ্জন নিত্যমনন্তরূপং ভক্তানুকম্পাধিত বিগ্রহং বৈ ঈশাবতারং পরমেশ মেঢং তং রামকৃষ্ণং শিরসা নমামি।
বিশ্বব্যাপিয়া বিরাজিছ তুমি আইনা কেন হে ডাকিয়া অন্ধ নয়ন হরে না তোমারে কে রেখেছে আখি ঢাকিয়া বিশ্বব্যাপিয়া বিরাজিছ যদি আইনা কেন হে ডাকিয়া অন্ধ নয়ন হেরে না তোমারে কে রেখেছে আখি ঢাকিয়া বিশ্বব্যাপিয়া খুলে দাও আখি মায়ার বন্ধন ঢালিতে ভকতি কুসুম চন্দন খুলে দাও আখি মায়ার বন্ধন ঢালিতে ভকতি কুসুম চন্দন যেন শান্তি সুধা লভে জীবন তোমার চরণ পুজিয়া অন্ধ নয়ন হেরে না তোমারে কে রেখেছে আখি ডাকিয়া বিশ্বব্যাপিয়া ডুবে যায় রবি নাহি আর বেলা পারি না খেলিতে মিছে ধুলা খেলা ডুবে যায় রবি নাহি আর বেলা পারি না খেলিতে মিছে ধুলা খেলা লোভিতে চরণ আকুল এমন লোভিতে চরণ আকুল এমন দেখা দাও হৃদে আসিয়া অন্ধ নয়ন হেরে না তোমারে কে রেখেছে আখি ঢাকিয়া বিশ্বব্যাপিয়া বিরাজিছ যদি পাই না কেন হে ডাকিয়া অন্ধ নয়ন হেরে না তোমারে কে রেখেছে আখি ঢাকিয়া